Hello everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to Monday Live with Simply Elizabeth. I am going to get this up on my iPad so that I can see what is going on and make sure that I stay in screen. I hope you, let's see if we can start that again. I hope you all have had a great Monday. I know most people are off today. There are still some that are not. But if you were off, I hope you have enjoyed your day. I have gotten a lot of business stuff done, which is great. All right, let's see. Make sure I turned the volume way down because I had it up. All right, there we go. Okay, I have a lot to kind of go over with you guys really quick. So make sure though that if you are here that you give me a thumbs up, and then also make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, comment, and share the video because that always helps. That is always a good thing for a business. Okay, so real quick, we are going to be using the Sunshine Vibes bundle tonight. This bundle was my club for August. It was also my make and takes for my team this month, or for August as well. So I am going to do our team cards for y'all this month, and then there's a full tutorial for all 4 cards. So everybody gets the free tutorial, but if you order the normal $50 before tax and shipping, or on my website, you can get the make and take sent to you for free. So I'll send you the whole packet, all 4 cards. So it's a little different than most weeks, but that is what we are gonna do. So let me turn you guys down to the table. Hello, Verna. So that I can show you all the things that I have. So hold on just a second. I did also kind of change things for my table to see if maybe I can not have lots of bars in the way and all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna see if I can make this work, y'all. Let me make sure I've got it straight. I gotta line it up with the table lines in the wood. Okay, I think I'm good. Because if I go and look at it later, it'll annoy me that it was all crooked. I may have redone short videos because it's been crooked before. So yeah. Okay, everyone, this is the mini catalog for September to December. If you have not gotten one from me, I have been working on those this weekend to get out. Hello, Deb. Hello, Melissa. So you will be getting these in the mail this week. So I've been working on all of those. I was going to add them into the In Color Club because I got all of that out today. And then I forgot. I sealed up all the packages and then I forgot to put the catalogs in them. So I'm going to have to just send them out separately. That's just the way it goes sometimes for me. I was rushing to get things done so that I could be ahead of schedule, and well, that just did not work for me. So anyway, if you do need one and you haven't ordered from me in the last 6 months, let me know and I can get you a catalog as well. Okay, the next thing is Fall Retreat to Go. Register by October the 15th. It will ship by October the 27th so that you have all of November to do your kits and get out your Thanksgiving cards and your grateful cards and all that stuff, which you can send those out all the time as well. The Fall Retreat will come with this paper, this ribbon, this embellishment, and then there will be lots of other stuff. I have actually found the bag for Retreat. This is the main stamp set that it will focus on, of course, pumpkins, because I love pumpkins, and then also this embossing folder called Gathering Leaves. So if you are interested in that, let me know and I can get you the link for that. Halloween class, I'm kind of doing them backwards, I think. Halloween class is this right here. Let's see, let me show you it is using this bundle, the Spooky Halloween. Here are the cards for that. And I will have a sneak peek of the cards for the retreat in the next few days as well. So, but these are the cards. And then it comes with 2 treats. So that one and this one. And then this class is $50 and it will ship by September the 30th. So it's my spooktacular class to go. It's $50. It includes the shipping to you. You can add the bundle on for $45 at cost, which means I pay the tax and shipping. So the bundle's not included, but what is included is a pack of these stars. This iridescent treat bags, you'll get a whole bag of it because you'll have plenty of designer series paper left in order to create more of these packagings if you wanted to. It will come with a full bolt of the ribbon, and it comes with a full pack of the 12 by 12 paper. So that is $50 again, and there is a link in the description of this video for that class if you are interested in it. One thing I did want to say is that I did use, these are called Fright Night dies. I did use these as well, but everything that comes on your projects that uses these dies, I will cut. So I'll cut the label, I'll cut the spider, I'll cut the spider webs, okay? I just really loved this bundle as well, and so, but I had to pick one. So I picked the one that had the little characters in it and went from there. Okay, last but nope, I got 2 more things to tell you about. One thing is paper share, and this is paper share. Paper share will be $45. It includes the new mini catalog as well as the new online exclusives. And I'm seeing if I can get all the paper lined out here for you. I am missing 1 pack, but I have ordered it so that I can show it. I think I got it there. There we go. Okay, so paper shares, $45. It's a 1/4 a pack of each one of these papers. That $45 does include the shipping to you. Again, there's a link in the description of the video. Feel free, if you would like the paper share, to click on that link and it'll take you to the registration. And again, it includes both the mini catalog and the newest online. And this paper is gorgeous. I am so in love with all of it. I just don't even know like where to start. I have already fulfilled 1 full like shares, so 4 packs or 4 people per share. So these will all be cut up, and honestly, once I hit that 4th person, I'm gonna start sending them out so that I don't get behind on them, and that I can get them off of my plate. So if you have already ordered the paper share, thank you, and I will get that started mailing this week. Okay, last but not least, well, I say this week, as soon as I get the other pack of paper in. And then the last thing I wanted to tell you was World Card Making Day. It is an event that Stampin' Up! Puts on. You can start registering on September the 3rd. It is free. It is completely free, but they still want you to register just so they know how many people are going to be online with them. There is a kit that they will be using. That kit comes out on September the 3rd. So if you want that kit, this is the QR code to our kits. Stampin' Up! Has added in QR codes. So I'm going to pull it up just so that you can take a picture of it, which then will take you right to the website. All you have to do is when you do your phone, you hover it over the QR codes. There is like a yellow link that will pop up. You hit that link, it takes you directly where you need to go. And Stampin' Up! Sorts things by newest to oldest. So it'll be one of the brand new kits that comes out on the 3rd. And it's a box, so you can't miss it. But if you want more information too, feel free to go to the website for Stampin' Up! And I believe the information should be there for you to look all that up. But it's a great thing. I will be at the farmer's market on the 4th. Usually I have class, so we always do something a little special, but I'll be at the farmer's market, so I might have a little giveaway that night. So I'm thinking about that. So I'll keep you posted. Okay, so that is it. I think that's all we got going on. Hello, Marcia. Hello, Nancy. Thank y'all for joining me. Let's dive into our projects. We're going to do 2 of the cards tonight. And we're going to do this one. We're going to start with this one. And I'm going to be honest with you. Most of these are cased from Stampin' Up! And changed to make more me. I fell in love with this stamp set, this bundle, because of the actual samples that Stampin' Up! Had. Because to be honest, the paper itself, because it's like a boho thing, was not really my thing. But all of the different samples that I have seen from Stampin' Up! And the artisan design teams, I think this one might have been an artisan design, and then it was like all white, but I wanted to add color to the background. So I switched the card base and then this layer here. But they were phenomenal, and they didn't really use the paper. So that is where I kind of started, and then I used those projects for my team meeting this month. So let's dive in. I'm going to move things out of the way. Otherwise, I'm going to have them everywhere. All right. I've already done a couple things on it. So let's go ahead and take our card base. We're going to fold it in half. And I don't know if I said this or not, but I've rearranged my entire desk again. I'm going to eventually get a system that I like over here with my lives. We'll see when that happens. But I rearranged everything, so I'm going in the opposite direction again. I think every week I've moved it from one side to the other for my little round moving tray that has all of my supplies in it. So, all right. So there is that card. Now here are all the little pieces we're going to do in a second. Let's go ahead and do our embossing. So that's all done. And I put a little bit of that on there. Then we're going to take Thanks. We're going to ink it up. Make sure I get a good coverage. I re-inked my Versamark, but I still feel like maybe I could ink it up some more. All right, Thanks is going to go right there in the center. Ta-da! Then we're going to take our white powder. See if I can do it without putting my fingers everywhere. And we're going to let's get a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to flick it off. I'm going to brush off all that I just got onto the table. And then we're going to, I'm going to have to get my little vacuum after I'm done. And then we're going to heat this up. I'm going to grab my tweezers real quick. And then we're going to heat it up until it turns shiny. And that just takes a few minutes. But if you don't like loud noises, I would say turn down your volume for just a minute. I'm almost done actually too. All right, there we go. Doesn't take long at all. Then we are going to set that aside real quick. We're gonna grab, I stamped this image in Lemon Lolly, and then I stamped this one in Lemon Lolly right above it. Now, one thing I will say, I feel like it's more spiky hair. So my suggestion is stamp this twice, stamp it so it's on that side, stamp it so it's on this side, and then fussy cut it. Or we're gonna do this. We're gonna take some adhesive, put it on the back, and we're gonna pull it down to like here. So it's not gonna look too much like spiky hair on this one, okay? Now the next thing I need to do is I'm gonna wrap this Flirty Flamingo ribbon around the end over here. We're gonna wrap it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Nope, that was too many. Right. Well, let's just do it one more time, just to be on the safe side. Okay, there we go. All right, then we're gonna tie. That's really kind of 4, but it'll be all right. Then we're just gonna tie a bow. And you can slide the bow down once you get it tied and on there. Okay, then we're gonna move this down just a little. I'm gonna take and pull my tails just a little bit more. I don't want the bow that big, so we're gonna do it a little smaller. Then we're gonna take our scissors and we're gonna trim the tails off like that. And we're gonna flip that over. We're gonna add some dimensionals to the back, and then we're just gonna set it aside. And I'm gonna cut this one in half, and I'm gonna put that there so that it is securing it, and then we'll just add that one there. Okay, now we're gonna set that aside. Now we're gonna take our pieces that I cut out here. We're gonna start with the largest one, and I have put adhesive sheets on the back because it's rough to put glue on the back of these. And then we're just gonna adhere it right here, like that. Then we're gonna take the green, and this is soft seafoam, and I did not put glue on the back of this one. So we're gonna put some glue dots. Let me find my glue dots. So we're gonna put one here on the end, one on the center up here, and see this one's a little bit bigger and it doesn't have holes in it, so it makes it a little easier to put glue dots on it. Okay. I'm gonna fold that over on itself and this one. And then we're gonna adhere this one down. Just like that. Okay, the next one is gonna be our Lemon Lolly one. Yep. Sometimes my fingers don't wanna get the adhesive off the back. Okay. Then we're gonna put this one down here next. And I'm lining up this side because this side's gonna be covered up. So I'm definitely making sure these are all at the same height. Nope, same, well, it wouldn't be height, would it? They all line up together. There we go, that's the word we're using. This one we're gonna put some glue dots on the back again. One here, and then one on this side. Okay, again, fold that glue dot on top of itself on the back so it doesn't show on the front. I don't necessarily care about this side because it's going to be covered up, but we'll do it anyway. And then we're going to line up our bottoms down here. And this bottom's really not going to be seen either, so it'll be okay. Okay, now we just have one more, and that's going to be our next. This is actually pretty in pink, by the way. If you go to the blog post to my website, simplyelizabethcrafts.com, there is a full tutorial for this one. I did a full tutorial for my team, so you get a full tutorial for this one this week. It will give you all the measurements and all the products. So these two pieces here, we're gonna attach on to this soft seafoam piece here, okay? And the great thing about this die is it is curved, but I don't feel like it's curved quite enough, and because it is a little more flimsy, it's thin. It's a thin die cut, basically. It allows you to move it and bend it just a little bit more. All right, let's see if I can get that piece off there. All right, so then we're gonna start this one up here and then work our way down like that. And that's just because I want this one to be on the end, and this one again will be covered up, so it's not the end of the world. All right, then I've got the 3 little hearts, and we are going to adhere those to the top up here. So we're gonna put one here, and I put adhesive sheets on the back of this too. Makes it so much easier. And then this one there, and then the largest one I'm gonna put here. We'll put it here on this one. Okay, then we're gonna take our sentiment. We'll take off the backs of these dimensionals here. That's probably a very excessive amount of dimensionals, but it's okay. And then we're gonna attach this right here to the bottom, just like that. We're gonna flip this over. We're gonna add some more dimensionals. And those of you who are on our team that are on here tonight, this tutorial will be posted as well. Kathy will get it posted later this week. So, all right. Then we're gonna take off all these backings. And we're gonna come right on over here to our card front, and we're gonna adhere it down. And then ta-da, there is our first card. I love the colors of this one. Really love the colors. Although, you know, the Secret Sea and the cloud cover, I'm finding myself really using them a lot because I just think they are great colors. So I might cry really hard when these actually retire. Not this year, but next year. No, not next year, the year after. Oh, yes, Verna. I have started putting them on my desk. So there's like a little nook that's like right by where my my Stampin' blends that are like what they called the skin tones. And I have put them up there because I would forget to use them and then be mad at myself. So I now have them right there in front of my face so I don't forget, which is great. Okay, this is the second card. This card was on Stampin' Up's website. It's on the actual website, but it was a scrapbook page. So I took the scrapbook page and turned it into a card. So, and then of course I did make a few changes because obviously a scrapbook page is very large comparative. So it did change things a little bit. And I am going to grab Petal Pink, and that's where we're going to start first. We are going to grab some grid paper. And we are going to ink up. We're going to do strips. So we're going to literally run it. I don't want it to be straight. And then we're going to do another one right beside it so that it makes it a little longer. And then you can go over it a couple times if you want. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think where it's kind of streaky too in some of the areas because I didn't press too hard, I think it works out really well. Then we're going to leave a space and then we're going to do it again. And this is the light petal pink. So you could definitely do the dark as well. Okay, and then we're going to go down again. Let's see if I can hold it with my fingers here. And then we're going to go across. And we're going to go across again. And okay, and then we're going to do it again. Let's do it this way. There we go. Hear that noise? Our Stampin' blends, when you press down on them, it makes a little bit of a noise. All right, so there we go. I made that one a little thicker. And then if you wanted to go over any of them, you can do that after you get them all done. You can go back over and look to see what you need to change. And this is something that I used to do a lot, especially with our markers. But I haven't done it much, and I do like the way the blends look versus the markers anyway. It does have a little bit more of a blended, and that sounds crazy, doesn't it? Has a little bit more of a blended look instead of a streaky look. Although I did leave streaks there on purpose, but anyway. It is what it is, right? That kind of gives it a little bit more character, but the markers leave like major lines that you can see. So, all right, we're going to take this piece and we're going to attach it to our petal pink. And sorry guys, I have like a gnat in my room and I don't know, it keeps flying around my face and my adhesives. I don't know what that's all about. All right, and then we're just going to attach it. This is just going to have a little tiny border like that. And then we're going to take, I cut out a whole bunch of little designer series paper from the Boho Vibes, which is the coordinating paper. And I used, of course, my new favorite, banner dies. These are the party banner dies. These are fantastic. It has 5 million different sizes on it. It's great. So we are going to use those to create these. And then what I did with this is I took the little dies. I took this one and ran it through. So I put the die for the banner down and then I put that on the inside. And then I ran them through so that it would cut out the inside too. Okay, so that's how that was created. Move that. And then what we're gonna do now is we are gonna attach these pieces together, some of them together. So this one I wanna put down and I want this background to show. That's the whole reason we cut it through. And we're gonna take a little bit of adhesive here. And then we're going to put some here. And then we're going to adhere it down at an angle like that. We're going to flip this over and we're going to put some dimensionals on the back. Let's add 2 more. And then we're just going to lay it right here, okay? I'm going to take the ribbon or twine and we're going to use the white. Nope, that's attached to something different. Okay, we're going to tie a little bow Not really little, but you know, medium size. Definitely not a large one. You don't want it to overshadow the whole project. Okay, and then we're going to trim off the tails. And we're going to grab a glue dot. I'm almost out of glue dots. I finally finished a roll. I use all the little glue dots I get in kits. So I don't go through my, we're just going to attach it right there. So I don't go through my rolls of glue dots as often anymore. Okay, the next one we're going to do white, and then I've got this piece here. This is the same size die as our back piece, and I don't know, let me see, I think I want to do this. So we're going to trim off this little piece here, because we don't need that. We don't want it to show out on the bottom for this one. And then we're going to put adhesive here and here and here and then across the top. And then we're going to lay this down. You could always cut a smaller banner too if you wanted. That would work as well. And we're going to just trim off this end over here. Just like that. Okay. Then this is going to adhere beneath this one and the other piece. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this down. So we're going to add some more adhesive. And then we're going to attach it like that. Okay. Then this piece, we're going to lay it flat as well. Oop. Okay. There we go. And then this one's going to kind of go at an angle like that. Then we're going to take the backings off now and we can adhere it down. And we're going to attach it like that. And before we move on, we're going to stamp our sentiment, and that is hello. And we're going to stamp it in Secret C. Maybe. I don't ink up everything in the process. We're going to stamp it. I'm going to stamp it this time. I stamped it in the white, but we're going to stamp it in the pink this time. Right there over the piece, or the Stampin' Blend. Okay, we're going to flip this over. We're going to put some dimensionals on the back. And then this card is done as well. So this card is more of, you know, the die cutting part, but it's actually not too shabby. That goes pretty quickly with those dies. We'll fold our card base over. I have like trimmings all over my desk. That is from cutting out a whole bunch of stuff, and I seem to collect little pieces of it when I die cut things out. Okay, there we go. There is project number 2 for tonight. So this is project 1, project 2. This was the project I did this morning with a quick little reel. And then we will have one more card later this week, as long as I don't forget to go live again. I'm going to put a reminder on my phone that will beep at me for this week so that I don't forget. And it will be this one right here. This one was one that I saw from an artisan design demonstrator. It was on like the thing, but it was a little different than this. And then I saw one done by Jamie. It's Stamp with Jamie, and hers was pretty much the same exact layout. The only difference is her colors were a little different in the rainbow, and I fell in love with it. So I'm purely giving her 100% credit for it. It's Stamp with Jamie. She is an incredible Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I had the privilege of meeting her when we went to Norway, and that was amazing. But she's an incredible crafter, incredible stamper, and she has some of the simplest cards yet most elegant that I have seen. So if you don't follow her, make sure you go follow her. I mean, I'm just gonna say that because she is incredible. Not to demote myself at all, but she really is, and I love watching her videos. So she is one of very few that I watch on a weekly basis. So, but go check it out. Hers, I wanna say, had maybe all blues, or it had some green, or maybe hers were all green. I can't remember. So, but anyway, this, I fell in love with it. The embossing folder is a little different than what she used, because I think the one she used was the corrugated, and it's no longer available. So, so I switched up that background. But anyway, we will do this later this week. It will be on Friday at 5. And I promise I will go live this week. So, yes, Verna, you will have to look her up. I think it was Deb that actually shared something with me from hers. And yeah, and I fell in love with it. So, with just her style in general. So yeah, go definitely check her out. So anyway, all right, so that is it for tonight. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you later this week over on Facebook. Bye.